The boy tasted the soup he made, and it was simply terrible. He quickly opened the window, spat out the soup, and ran to rinse his mouth. At that moment, a mouse appeared. Seeing the boy leave, it hurriedly ran towards the window, but as it passed by the soup pot, the smell almost made it throw up its breakfast. It quickly turned back and added some bay leaves. After running a few steps, it stopped again, came back, and added some peppercorns. Then it smelled the soup. Feeling something was still missing, it ran to the window but stopped again, looked back at the soup pot, and returned to the stove. First, it turned up the heat under the soup pot, then climbed onto the faucet to wash its hands, kicked over the oil can to add some milk, grabbed a handful of spices and sprinkled them into the soup pot, added some more spices, chopped scallions, fennel, garlic, and salt, and finally stirred it with a spoon. Now it just needed some herbs to finish the soup, but at that moment, the boy appeared. Seemingly having seen all its actions, the boy saw the mouse trying to run away and quickly covered it with a lid. At that moment, the head chef came into the kitchen, warning the boy to stay away from his soup pot, then ordered someone to take the soup out. But the boy told the head chef that the soup was his and shouldn't be served to the customers. The head chef turned pale upon hearing this, but it was too late to stop it now. Due to a delicious pot of soup, the head chef of the restaurant was ready to fire the boy, but then he heard from a waiter that the customers loved the boy's soup. The head chef was astonished. He personally came to the soup pot and took a sip. The taste was surprisingly good. The head chef couldn't believe it was made by the boy. Luckily, a female chef vouched for him. The head chef then let the boy off the hook and arranged for him to be the female chef's apprentice. At this moment, the little mouse climbed out from under the lid, just about to run out the window when the head chef noticed it. He picked up a mop to hit the mouse, and then all the chefs came to catch the mouse. Seeing this, the boy quickly covered the mouse with a bottle. The head chef ordered the boy to throw the mouse into the river. At the riverbank, the boy hesitated. He looked into the innocent eyes of the little creature and decided to let it go. Thinking about the soup he needed to make tomorrow, the boy looked worried. He knew that today's delicious soup wasn't made by him and couldn't believe that it was made by a mouse. But at this moment, the little mouse nodded at him as if to say that it indeed made the soup. The boy thought he was going crazy. How could a mouse understand human speech? He opened the bottle and let the mouse go. Watching the mouse leave, the boy felt a bit lost. Just as he was about to ride his bike home, the mouse came back. The boy was overjoyed. He took the mouse home and formally introduced it to his little home. That night, the boy slept on the sofa, and the mouse slept on the windowsill. They quickly fell asleep. The next morning, something magical happened. The boy saw the little mouse making breakfast for him. He took a bite. Oh my, it tasted amazing. When the boy arrived at the restaurant, the head chef asked him to remake yesterday's soup. It turned out that one of yesterday's customers was a famous local food critic. After tasting the boy's soup, he loved it. Only the boy knew that yesterday's soup wasn't made by him at all, but by the little mouse. There was no way out, so he had to brace himself and try. But just as he was about to start his disastrous cooking, the little mouse hurriedly crawled out from his clothes to stop him, nibbling on him incessantly. The boy couldn't stand it and ran into the storage room, pulling off his clothes, revealing bite marks all over his chest. He was very angry. Even if it was a reminder, there was no need to bite so many times. What was the little mouse planning? The boy needed the little mouse in front of him to help make delicious food. So, he came up with a plan. The 2 tufts of hair on his head could be used by the mouse to control his body, guiding him on when to add which ingredients. Soon, they encountered a new problem. A group of customers came to the restaurant, demanding a new dish and threatening to give bad reviews if it wasn't good. The waiter panicked and ran to the kitchen to tell the head chef about the customers' demands. But the head chef remained calm and said to the boy, "You do it." The boy was shocked at first, but then he thought of the little mouse and knew he wouldn't be afraid this time. With the little mouse's help, the boy successfully made a delicious dish, and the customers were very satisfied, even leaving positive reviews for the restaurant. From then on, the boy and the little mouse became a perfect team, their dishes gaining more and more popularity, and the restaurant's business flourishing.